Hello, everyone. Today we will start by giving a short introduction about corruption and bribery. Then we will talk about the main agenda like case background, offenses committed, impact, and lessons. First, let's start with what corruption means. Corruption is when someone uses his power for personal gain, and it can happen in public, private sectors, and casual damage in societies. Bribery is the most common and famous type of corruption. We can see it in daily life. It usually means paying money or giving gifts in someone in power to get something unfairly in return, like contract, job, or special treatment. And bribery can lead to many problems and effects in communities and individual sectors. To understand this better, we will look for a real case study in Nigeria. It happened for 20 years ago. It's called KBR, or short for Colleague Brown and Roots Bribery. We will study the background of the KPR study and crimes had been committed in it and the impact on the social governance and the impact important lessons we will learn from the case. And now let's begin the KBR case background with the next speaker, Omar El Said.
Hello, I will be sharing the background of the KBR gas project bribery case. One of the key figures in this scandal is Albert Jack Stanley, who was the CEO of Kellogg Brown and Root, also known as KBR. He played a leading role in organizing and overseeing the entire scheme, which ran from 1994 to 2009. The way they operate was through secret payments. The total bribes are over 180 million US dollar, and they weren't paid directly. Instead, they used offshore shell companies and hidden bank accounts to transfer the money secretly to Nigerian officials. It wasn't just KBR. Three other multinational companies were involved. Technip and from France, and Snambroghetti from Italy, and JJC from Japan. Together, they formed a joint venture called TSKJ, which allowed them to cooperate and win massive gas construction contracts worth more than $6 billion. What's shocking is how long this scheme stayed hidden over a decade. That mainly because of weak governance in Nigeria at the time and limited enforcement of international anti-corruption laws. The system that were supposed to detect and prevent this kind of misconduct simply weren't working effectively. From my personal perspective, this case shows how dangerous it is when powerful companies act without accountability. It's a clear example of what's happening when profit prioritizes over ethics, and it highlights the need for stronger global cooperation and legal enforcement to stop corruption. With that, I will now pass it to my friend Mohanad, who will explain the offense committed in this case. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. Today I'll talk briefly about the offenses committed in the KBA gas project case. First, the most serious offenses was the violation of the U.S. Foreign Corrupted Practices Act, known as FCPA. CPA paid around, as my friend said, $180 million in bribes in Nigerians or offi- officials to win gas contracts. Second, there was money laundering, and constipating. The money was secretly moved using uh, offshore accounts and fake companies in place in Switzerland and Cayman Island. Third, CBA tried to absurd justice, expective hit and bribes, uh, uh, selfish documents, and mislead investigation. Finally, the case included a branch of trust senior leaders, especially Jack Stanley, upside their positions for personal gain, harming the company's reputation. In the summary, the case upset a large international corruption network and led to a major legal action and fundamental uh, penalties. Yeah.
Um, so hello, today I will present my part, which is the impact of anti-corruption. In the introduction, corruption is a serious problem that affects people, government, and organization. Fighting corruption help build a better and fairer society. This architect explain how anti-corruption affect culture improve life for individuals and organization with the real world example to show the importance of staying honest and transparent. One, how anti-corruption help individuals. When a country reduces corruption, it makes life better for everyone, especially ordinary people. Equality, equality and fairness. People have the same opportunities to get a job, healthcare, and education without reading, purpose, or personal connection. Protection for the poor. Corruption hurts poor group in the most. Anti-corruption ensures that government money goes to the people who need it. Trust in the government. When leader acts honestly, people feel more confident in the government and its service. Better quality of life. Honest system give better roads, hospitals, schools, and security. This improve everyday life for all citizens. Uh, Encouraging responsibility, a culture of anti-corruption motivate people to respect the law and speak out against injustice. Two, how anti-corruption help organization. Anti-corruption is also important for companies and anti-corruption is also important for companies. It's helped them grow and success in a clean and legal way. Uh, More investment. Investor prefer safe and honest environment. Corruption-free system attacks both local and foreign business. Better efficiency. When there's no bribery or theft, money and resources are used wisely. This improve performance and service. Fair hearing and permission. Job and permissions are given to the most qualified people, not those with the best connection. Avoiding legal problem. Following anti-corruption law helps the organization stay out of the trouble and avoid court cases for penalties. Three real-life examples. Singapore is one of the cleanest country in Asia. Its strict anti-corruption law help it become highly developed and trusted. Rwanda has worked hard to fight corruption after the 1994. These factors help rebuild the country and restore public trust. On the other hand, many countries in Africa, Asia, and Latin America still suffer from high corruption, which cases poverty, weak government, and poor public service. Anti-corruption is not only the responsibility of government, every person, including students, works, and leaders has a role to play. Fighting corruption help in individuals' life better life and supports the growth of honest and strong organization. Together, we can create a more fair, peaceful, and successful world. That's all for me. Thank you for listening.
Uh, Hello. So we can learn some important things from the KBR case. Some brave workers at KBR told the truth. They told the US government who took drugs and how much. This helped start a real investigation, but being a whistleblower is hard. Uh, they can lose their job or get threats. So we need laws to protect them and ways to report safely. Sometimes whistleblowers are the only ones who can stop corruption. Uh, that's all. Okay.
And at the end, we can see that corruption it's a serious problem that affect the whole country and individual sectors. And it takes away money, trust, fairness from people. Like we saw for the KBR case in Nigeria, we learned that big companies can use bribery to get what they want and show dangerous corruption can be when there is no control. So we need to develop a big rule for law. If we all work together, we can build a strong and fairness society. We believe that to stop corruption, we need a strong law, honest leader also. Corruption is not just a governance issue. It's everyone's responsibility and we need to fight it. So that's all for our group and thank you everyone and I hope you enjoyed.